Okay, start with your tube. Unpack your tube. Get rid of your garbage. Throw it over there. Take a bike tire. Looks like this one has a zip tie, so we gotta clip the zip. You're gonna get something like this. If you ordered it off of Amazon, just unpack it and get it shape like that. It's got some questionable sidewall action there, so we'll see. But that's what you're starting with there. One side's got lettering, one side doesn't. So your preference. So what you're gonna do first is take your wheel, and I like to take, and a lot of guys say this, take your label and put it where your valve stem is, which is over here. I'm gonna align mine nicely with the logo of the rim itself, just for aesthetics. And you're gonna put the one side on first, all the way around, like that. So you should be able to lift it up, and it should be pretty well in there. Next, take your tube and unravel it gently. The trick with all this kind of stuff is don't pinch it. That's the name of the game with this. Don't pinch it. So take your valve stem off. Keep this handy because you're gonna need this. I'll stick mine right there. Throw a little air in the tube and get a little shape going on here. So I got a little hand pump right here. I'm gonna pump it up a little bit. Not too much, but just enough to start to get it to shape up. That should be enough there. Pull that off. Now, make sure your tube is nice and straight and bring it near where your valve stem is going to come through your rim. And go ahead and start by putting it inside the tire, like that. And just check the whole, really what you're doing is just making sure this thing doesn't roll in on itself. It doesn't do this when you roll it in there, and it doesn't pinch. So you'll have a tire sitting in there, tube sitting in the tire. Now pop your valve stem through the rim. And what I do right here is hold it and I cap it. That'll stop that from popping through when you're trying to work with it. Next, go ahead and start here and start to roll the tire over the tube, being careful not to roll and pinch the tube. There. You're gonna get to your little difficult spot here. And what you can use, I've seen a lot of people use a butter knife. That's kind of the old school way. You can use one of those little tire spreader things. But really the name of the game is to lift this lip up over the rim. So I'm going to show you how I improvise here. I'm going to get it to here. And I got me a little clamp with a little protected rubber end. Just try to use something, plasticky, firm and plasticky. And I get it up under here and I put my finger in here and I make sure I'm not pinching the rim, or I'm not pinching the tube against the rim. And you're gonna use this and you're gonna lever it on. So get it on as much as you can. Like that. And it'll lever right on. Just like that. Easy breezy. And now you should have your tire on your wheel. Now go back through, don't stop the video yet, it's important. Go back through and run your finger all the way around here. If you got little sensitive fingers, don't cut them, but roll them all the way through on the front and the back. And really what you're trying to do is you're feeling for the tube, and make sure the tube is all the way tucked inside the tire, because once you start putting air in this thing, you're gonna do a pinch on the tube and it's gonna start leaking everywhere. So I verified that the tube is in the tire. Get you your pump. That's why I told you to put your valve stem cap back on. Hold your thumb back here to act as a stop, so when you push the air head over the valve stem, it doesn't push the valve stem back into the tire. Lock that on, give them some pumps. Now this is a 30 to 60 PSI tire. So I'm gonna run, it's going on a lawnmower, so I'm gonna run it about 45. My gauge doesn't work, so I'll measure it after this video. But I'm gonna get it good and pumped so the tire is nice and hard. And you can see the whole process. Go. Okay, so if you did it right, you'll have a tire installed on your wheel, and I tried to line that up as good as I could. It's kind of the start of the logo there. There's your valve stem. Make sure you cap your valve stem. Call it a day. So remember to rate, comment, and subscribe, guys. I'll get you in the next video. Later.